Origin Wicked here. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a super easy, simplistic design for your YouTube gaming thumbnails. So today we are going to be making this, and this is going to be an uncut, unedited video because I want you guys to see everything that I'm doing. So to start off, we're going to be going to a file, new, and then for thumbnails, the pixelation dimensions you're going to need is 1280 by 720. I already have that as a preset. Resolution can be 300 or 72, your choice. So we're going to press create, and now we are going to go do Google Chrome, and we're going to type in Atlas Superstore Map because that's the background I use. And we're going to go to images. I'm going to find the one that I used. Here it is. So pixelation on this one is pretty low, but that is okay since it's not going to be a detailed background. It's just going to be a background to fill up space. So we're going to go back to our Photoshop, use the shortcut Command V to get it in there. Go to the move tool, press on it, and then press Command T to transform it and scale it. So we're going to make it just fill up the remainder of the white space. And now to start out this, I'm going to double click on layer 1, move this up, double click on layer 1, go to gradient overlay. So here, this is one of them that I was using before and I didn't like it. So we're going to go double click the left side or the shadows. What I like to do is I like to make it black. I like to make that part black, go to the right side, and then this can be any color you want. You want a bright blue on the right side, you can do that. Today we're going to be doing the type of purple color. So that is going to be right there. And we're going to press OK. And you can see that that doesn't look like the one we had before. So we're going to go to, we're going to go to a blend mode, and then you can do any of these that you really want to. Today we're going to be going to a soft light since I really like that, since it really just adds a little bit of a tint and it's not too bad. You can move the opacity up, you can move it down. I'm going to keep it around like 93. That seems pretty good. I'm going to press OK. Now I'm going to go to the text tool. I'm going to do one word at a time. So we're going to type this one in. It's going to be feeling. And then the next word we're going to type in is going to be good, since those are the words that we have right here. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put these in position that I want them, and then I'm going to do the second word I want is good. So what I like to do is if you have two words, you use the word that you think is the most powerful, you think that will add the most texture, and you make that one your best edited. And then if you have three words, you do the middle word. So to start out, I always go to the gradient overlay, and then we are going to go to normal to start out, and you can see that's not what we wanted. So for gradient, we're going to go to the left side, and I like to start out my left side by making it a little lighter and text images. So we're going to go to around there, and then we are going to make a middle one. We're going to make this a little bit lighter even. And then the right side, we're going to make a little bit darker. So that's how we like to do that part. And then what you can do, you can make this linear, radial, angle. It doesn't really matter since we're using pretty much the same one. We're going to keep it radial because I like that part. And then we are going to go to inner glow. I feel this is one of the most important things you can do. So opacity, you can use whatever you want. You can put it down to nothing. You can put it down all the way up. I'm going to put it to around like 65. That seems like a pretty good number. So then we're going to go to the size, and you guys can move this up to make it pretty much the whole image, as you can see right here, or you guys can put it down. I'm going to put it probably like 5. 5 seems pretty good. It still has that text. Next, we're going to go to the drop shadow. We're going to go to blend mode, and then what you want to do for drop shadow is you always want to keep it on normal. If you really want, you can put the darken color. I'm going to keep it on normal. And then the distance is 26. You guys can move that as much as you want. You can put it right under, you can put it a little farther, it doesn't really matter. And we're going to go to about 24, 26. And you can see it's like right under, it's at a 90-degree angle. We're going to move it a little bit to the left so it has on the bottom right of the text is where it's coming from. So we're going to leave that, and now we are going to go to stroke. And the color you want for the stroke, if you are going to add it, is white. You can see that shows up quite a bit. So what we're going to do is go to screen, not screen. Oh, we just got bring the opacity down. You can put it to normal. So we're gonna put the opacity down just a little. We're gonna put it pretty low, and then we're gonna go back to inner shadow. If we add this, it's gonna bring it to mode screen, and that's alright. We want it to normal. And then the inner shadow, you guys can make it whatever color you want. I like to do a dark blue, to be honest. So dark blue really just, it adds a little bit of blackness, but it's pretty much just a little bit different of a design. So then I'm gonna go to stroke, and we're gonna get rid of that because you guys can see it pretty much messes up the word. I'm gonna get rid of that. And then the last thing I like to do is bevel and emboss my word that I'm gonna be using. And then last but not least, we're going to be doing the outer glow. We don't want orange because that's not the color we're using. We want a pink. So it doesn't really matter what kind of size you use for this, since it's going to be a different type of outer glow we're going to be adding later, which I'll show you guys. So we can put this to normal. You guys can put it wherever you want. I'm going to keep it at normal. So then this word looks pretty good. If we go back to here, you guys can see it's pretty close, but it's a little bit lighter. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this, and then we're going to go back to the gradient overlay and just make this one a little bit lighter, make this one a little bit lighter. That's all you guys got to do. If you're not liking it, just make it a little bit lighter. Brighter thumbnails are better than darker. There it is. That's the color we're looking for. So now we want to go to the word feeling, and what I like to do, this isn't going to be our main word. So we don't want it to be the same color. You guys never want to make at least more than 2 of your words the same color if you have 4 words or more. So I like to scroll down and I like to go to pastels. And we want kind of a purplish color. So we can see this one, that's kind of red. This one looks pretty good. But we're gonna keep going. And we kind of like this, So you can see our styles on video. We want to put that to linear, so it's kind of more on the right side. And we're going to move the opacity down a little bit, because I kind of like that off-white kind of style. So we're going to keep it like that. And the angle is right there. We don't want to put it to screen. We want to put it to maybe even a darker color if you guys want. Kind of liking that darker color. So we're going to leave it like that. And then we're going to go to the inner glow, and we're going to put that to the white. This is pretty much what we had on the last word, which is okay. We want to keep it like that. Last thing, we're going to do the drop shadow. And you guys can see it's not really showing up, and that's alright. So we want to put this 15, 10. That seems pretty good. So we're going to keep that word. And now we just want to move a little bit. So we're going to press up and to the left and down on the up arrows. And now one of the last things we're going to do is go to edit, and we're on the word feeling, so we're going to go to transform, and then we're going to skew it. It's kind of like italicizing, but not actually. Pressing Command I. So we're going to keep it to right about there. And now we are going to rotate it just a little bit to add that kind of personality to itself. Now we're going to go to the word good, and we're going to do pretty much the same thing. So we're going to go to skew. Same thing, and then I'm going to rotate it just a little bit, just like that. So that kind of adds its own texture. Now we're good with the words, and we're good with the brush over here. So what we're going to do, you guys can see that has that bright pink, purple kind of brush behind it. So if you guys didn't guess it, we're going to go to the brush tool. I'm going to go to the brush tool, and then make sure you're on your layer 1 or whatever kind of background you're using. And then one thing that you want to make sure you're on is 0 hardness, and then the size doesn't really matter. It's whatever kind of word you have, how big it is, what the texture is. So we're going to try and center the word good, and then press once, and there's that glow that you guys see, which I really like. You guys should always add that to your thumbnail. It makes it look a lot better. So last thing we're gonna do is go to the adjustments and go to hue saturation. So hue, put it to the left, it brings out the greens, or it makes it a little more darker. And then the right side, we kind of want to make it a lot lighter. Saturation, we're gonna put down just a little bit to counterbalance that hue. Lightness always makes your picture look a lot nicer if you have a brightness. So now we are going to go to levels. Levels, I feel, is one of the most important things that a lot of people don't implement in their thumbnails or whatever they're making. We're going to go to 1.2. So So then we're gonna go to adjustments, and the second last thing we're gonna do is the style. So here we want to go to, so we don't want the reds to stand out, because then that kind of takes away from the magenta. So I'm gonna move the blues just down a little bit. -8 seems good. And we want the purples to stand out, because that's the most important thing. So right about there seems good. And we want our blues to show just a little more, so the purples counterbalance it. And last thing we want to do is channel mixer. This is where you can change all your things. The first thing I'm going to do is move the greens up just a little to make the purples pop out, and the blues down a little to counterbalance it. So this is pretty close to done, I would say. And then what we want to do is, how close are we? We're pretty close. I'd say the only thing that I didn't do here, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for you guys to go check out this thumbnail, and if you guys want to download it and then practice with it, you guys are welcome to. I'm gonna leave that in. So this is pretty close to that. So I'm gonna say this is pretty good. So you guys are welcome to use this. You guys are welcome to check out the other channels. Check out my Twitter at OriginWicked. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell for more daily content. Thanks for watching, guys.